sports fans, ASMR Sports, back with you for a Slow Jams edition of sports card opening content. What you see before you is a box of 1982 Topps baseball cards that I purchased, probably around, 15 years ago, something like that. But it's probably around 2005, 6, 7 that I would have picked this up off of eBay. And I'll tell you a little story about the history of my getting this box and what is kind of interesting but disappointing about it. So back in whatever that was, 2005 or 6 or so, I bought, it's funny, I worked at an organization at that time, and they gave us an office decoration budget for buying whatever, pictures and lamps and whatever, probably pencil holders or stuff like that. And I took the liberty of decorating my office with baseball cards. And I have to say I got a lot of comments and a lot of appreciation for. It was only like $150 or $200, so I wasn't able to buy much. Although back then, you get a lot more for your dollars than now on this older stuff, because it was really not something that most collectors were interested in. That was back when I bought a box of 88 Fleer basketball for a couple $100. Anyway, so, and I spent tons of my own money on more baseball cards to just fill my office when I was in Boston. So that was the time. I think that was the time, when I would have bought this guy, along with a lot of other boxes that I've purchased over the years, and around that time. And for a long time, I didn't really know what baseball card exchange was. I didn't know about grading packs. I just knew it was certainly possible that packs of cards could have been opened by some unscrupulous seller on eBay, but I didn't really know how to tell. I think these days I could pretty easily tell if a 80s wax pack was adulterated or not, or at least have a pretty good sense. But back then I didn't really know. So I had all these wax boxes that I bought at that time, and a lot of them I got off eBay. Let's give you a little shot of this guy. Beautiful. All the packs. This was full at one point, but I've opened packs. Anyway, so I didn't really. Some dust here. I didn't really know, whether I'd bought some stuff that was not legit or what, but eventually I started, having most of my boxes wrapped by baseball card exchange. You send them into them, pay them a fee, and then they look at the packs, and they look at all the packs in a box and determine if they believe they are unopened packs. They don't have to determine that the packs are all original to the box, so they could be, packs from 100 different boxes, or 36 different boxes, I should say, that somebody assembled and put in there. And you do see sort of Franken boxes like that out in the world now. But luckily, I discovered that pretty much everything I had bought was in fact legit sealed stuff. And in the case of that 88 Fleer basketball box, I'm pretty sure what I had was the original contents of that box, because PSA, and they all came back legit. And there was like 3 that had Jordan cards or stickers on the back, which is about what you'd expect, 3 to 4 in a box that has been untampered with. So anyways, you probably know where I'm going with this, which is that I discovered that the cards in this box of 82 tops were, in fact, not sealed. These packs they've been opened and, cards removed and resealed. And again, I didn't really know just from looking at a pack, whether something was adulterated or not. I can do that now because I have seen enough good ones and sort of read about what to look for. Although I have to say, if you know what to look for, you probably can reseal these things in a way that's much harder to detect than the way these were resealed. But I first realized these were sealed packs because there were cards in here that were had wax stains on them, and they were in the middle of the pack, which didn't make any sense. Now, I will say that I've pulled pretty good star cards out of here, but the big card is the 82 tops rookie card of Cal Ripken Jr. And funny enough, I pulled one of those out of here, but it was heavily damaged. I can't remember what was wrong with it, but it had a huge, I think it had paper loss or something, part of it was ripped. So whoever resealed these, and now you sort of look this fold right here is just totally suspect. It's, this space should not be there. If you, I don't have any packs that are good to show you, but these folds are super sloppy. And then I'll tell you a little bit about how I would look at this today. As I look at this, what I see are brush strokes on the back, and so what they did is got some wax and heated it up and then sealed these over. Or I think you can just heat the paper up here and it will get the wax will melt, and you can just get a paintbrush and brush over it and it will kind of seal it back up. I think is how they do that, whereas fresh packs are actually I think they must have well, I'm not sure exactly how to do it, but I know there's distinct marks from a roller, a wheel that goes across this way, and there certainly wouldn't be any brush marks on a legit pack. So you look for kind of the back of the pack and how it looks in terms of how the wax paper was sealed. You look at the corners. Now, if you open the packs, you can also see weird things like I saw. So I'm going to do that, show you inside. Also, there's ripping. Sometimes they kind of over-seal them, and the wax from the factory would not really have done that, generally speaking. So yeah, kind of a strange thing, these packs. Because, again, you see, look at that, that's a really nice card, actually. Unfortunately, it's off-center, but, I mean, Ozzie Smith, very big star. So, those kinds of cards are left in here. But, and, the guy went so far as to put damaged. Look at that, another really great card. So he just did not pull out any stars, just only the, Cal Ripken Jr. Once upon a time, that would have been a nice, decent card. Pedro Guerrero was a big star in the 80s. Rick Ruschel. So, yeah, it definitely sucks that all of the Cal Ripkens have been pulled out of here, but honestly, if there's some decent, condition, big name stars in here, those are almost, as valuable, at least in total, as the one, Cal Ripken Jr. rookie might have pulled out of a box of this stuff. see packs that have been opened, like everything of any value whatsoever is taken out, and they just put total trash in. But this resealer was a little more generous, so I appreciate it. So again, I didn't actually open any packs from this box until many years after I purchased it. So, Von Hayes rookie would have once upon a time been nice, and these cards are also in pretty solid condition. So that's good. They also could have put in total beat up cards, but I think that's a Keith Moreland rookie, which was a decent card, again, back in like the mid-'80s. Ron Say, Tim Wallach rookie, I'm pretty sure, no, that might be a second-year card. I think it's, I don't know, I feel like that is his rookie, and that would have been a big card back in the day, too, so I sort of wonder if these were open and resealed, later in their life. Let's see if we got any wax stains on like mid-pack cards. I don't think so. Alright, well, I think I'm going to open one more pack of this. I'm not sure why I even keep these around. I guess I really, actually, I do know why. It's basically because I think, like, a lot of the fun in opening, having these older boxes is just having the display, box and packs inside of it sitting around. When I was a kid, collecting, in the late 80s, I could never have dreamed of having boxes and packs of 84, 85, 86, or well, okay, 86, yeah, but, well, basically anything before, like, I don't know, 86 was, like, just ridiculously expensive for me as a kid back then. And I just would see those things at card shows and just, like, be so in awe of that stuff. So to have an 82 Topps display box and some packs that, look the same as regular packs and as they're just sitting in the box, to have that is, pretty cool for me, and I like to just look at it, have it around. And with all the older wax boxes and packs that I have, I've actually never gotten a replacement box of 82 Topps baseball ever, so it's kind of a hole in my collection that is kind of filled with the, display box here and the few packs that are adulterated inside, so that's why I keep it around. Okay, now we're gonna sleeve up our winners here. Once again, wish I had those notched sleeves. Now I'm gonna have to cut these. Pretty much anything that's not like a glossy kind of chromium card, I tend to want to cut a corner off because the cardboard can be not so sturdy and may not survive a crash with the corner of a sleeve with no damage. So again, these are, pretty nice looking cards. This one is actually decently centered. The Ozzie Smith, unfortunately, is way off center, but otherwise looks pretty solid. Corners are kind of like, I don't know, I would call those PSA 9 corners, not PSA 10 corners, but maybe PSA 8 corners. Anyways, two pretty cool star cards. commented that they really enjoyed. Let's see here. Hang on one sec. Figure out which. Okay. Alright, just turn off the second mic because I'm going to move it a little bit closer to me. And then I'm going to go through these cards real slow and deliberate, like, while not speaking. So I'll turn that mic back on. You'll hear a little more background noise come in. And it's now right there. So I'm just going to go through these cards and chew some gum, and you're going to hopefully enjoy it. Quisenberry was one of my childhood friends' favorite players, so when I first started collecting cards, he was like, keep your eye out for Dan Quisenberry cards, so I went to a card show after that, after he told me that, and bought all the Dan Quisenberries I can find, and those were like, 15, 20-cent cards back then, so I was like, oh man, I'm getting this like great player for a little money, and I did actually end up like selling them to my friend for I think a little bit of a profit, so it was good. He was a very good relief pitcher. because that would be really fun stuff to open: football and basketball cards and hockey cards from the, kind of late 70s, early 80s to mid 80s. I just really love that stuff, and I try to buy boxes of it when I can find deals. But those are typically, BBCE wrapped boxes, so I don't want to dig into them. But I don't know. I'm hoping someday, somehow, I stumble upon a collection of like loose packs from the 80s in all different sports, and I can just pull a few of those out whenever I want and relive the glory years, I think, of collecting. That era was always, to me, the most valuable and desirable unopened stuff. That was, within reason, right? Because, of course, who wouldn't want, like, 50s and 60s unopened stuff? Well, that was always just a pipe dream. This stuff is, things that I would have seen when I was a kid and desired, but just didn't have any money to buy them back then. And, it's funny because after that time period, after the junk wax boom, happened, and the hobby basically died for a couple decades, a lot of this stuff was dirt cheap. And you get really nice stuff for, you get like late 70s boxes of cards for a couple $100. And I was lucky enough to buy a few things from the time when prices were very depressed, but nothing too valuable. I bought 1980 Topps baseball box, an 86 Topps football box, that 88 Flair basketball box, some other early 80s baseball and football cards, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, I wish I would have bought everything I laid eyes on back then, but hindsight, always 2020. That's what we got for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the Slow Jams session here.